So, Madam Web, was it amazing or it just got caught up in a web of lies? We'll find out. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hate It or Love It Movie Reviews. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. Today's a new day, a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. And today I'm going to be reviewing Madam Web. So Madam Web, she's a character based in the Spider-Man comic books. Her power is like she knows how to manipulate time, see the future, teleport anybody from point A to point B. She really helps Spider-Man a lot. And she plays a whole major part in the Spider-Verse. So when I heard that we're going to make a Madam Web movie, I was very interested in it. Because when I first saw Madam Web, I first saw it in the Spider-Man animated cartoons in the 90s. And it was on an episode called Spider Wars, where she gathered up all the Spider-Mans from the different Spider-Man universes, have them come together and face a bigger threat that will actually mess up the whole Spider-Verse. And I thought, hey, maybe we would we got Madam Web and we got Into the Spider-Verse, so maybe Madam Web would tie into that or tie into the whole Spider-Verse, or make it, we're gonna have a Spider Wars type of film. And I was very excited for that. So when I go into it and I watch the trailer, and the way the trailer looked at is that you got this rogue spider. It looks like he was defeated in the future. So he finds this out in the past somehow. So he has to eliminate all these Spider Women. And I thought the reason why he had to eliminate all the Spider Women was because he killed Spider-Man. And then they end up killing him in the future. And then you got Madam Web coming to save these girls from their deadly fate. So that's what I thought this was going to be. So I go into this movie and guess what? And just like how everybody said, it's a bad film and it's sad because it had potential to be a great film. You know, you got Madam Web, like I said. I remember from the animated series, she plays a big role in the whole Spider-Verse. And then you got the 3 Spider Women and you're thinking, oh, they're here to defeat this rogue Spider-Man because he may kill Spider-Man in the future. So, you know, you got this whole cool Terminator-esque type of film, and it was poorly executed. Very poorly. And then, you know, it's because of the writing. It's like the writers didn't care. They didn't know nothing about Madam Web. They just said, oh, we're just going to throw this, throw that. You know, we don't care about this franchise. And it feels like the production company don't care about these characters. They're just doing it so they could keep the rights to the characters. It was sad because, you know, I feel bad for Dakota Johnson. She did what she could to manage this role, you know, because I love the Madam Web powers. You know, she could manipulate time. She could see into the future and teleport people from point A to point B. She could be in a whole bunch of areas at once. Like, she had good powers. But like I said, the way they execute her powers was just like all over the place. And it was just done sloppily. And then you got this villain. And then the funny thing is weird how when you hear this villain talk, it looks like when you go back and watch the old Kung Fu movies and they're dubbing them in English, it looks just like that. And it looks terrible. And, you know, and he has no motivation. Like, you don't know why he, you know that the Spider-Girls kill him off in the future, but you don't know why they did that. You don't know why they did that, and you don't know why, you know, he's a bad guy. You don't really know. He doesn't have the motivation like you would say for Thanos or Red Skull. Like, there's no motivation, and it doesn't make any sense. And this movie has nothing to do with Spider-Man. So I didn't understand why they put Spider-Man's uncle or mother and they referenced Spider-Man being born. Like, why did all of that where it had nothing to do with the film whatsoever? It's like Spider-Man really doesn't exist, but they put him in here so we know, oh, these are Spider-Man characters. Like, we don't know that. Like, it was just frustrating. And the special effects was lousy. Like, come on, you could have put in some decent special effects. Like, it was just, and I don't know. Like I said, and another thing that didn't make any sense about this movie, yeah, it may spoil this a little bit, but who cares? This movie's bad anyway. So, they show what happens to her at the end. How she becomes the Madam Web we know in the comic books. Because in the comic books, she ends up being blind. And the funny thing is, in the final battle, there's no implication on how she becomes that way at all. So she just wakes up and then all of a sudden she's like that. But there's no implication in it, which was so frustrating because you like, okay, how did that happen? Oh, you're not gonna explain that to me? Oh, we're supposed to know? Yeah, let me tell you something. Morbius was a better movie. I'm gonna say it straight out. I have fun with Morbius than this film. Just I don't know. Like I said, what did I rate this movie? Is it a love? Is it a hate, or is it something in between? That's right. I'm gonna have to give it a hate. I hated this movie.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Good. Like I was hoping it was great. I was expecting a great, cool, Terminator-esque movie that's with the Spider folk. Like, and I feel bad for the girls in this movie. They did their best. I really enjoy their characters because I seen them in other movies and I like their presence. You know what I'm saying? And they just did them dirty in this movie, and I feel very bad. And what can I say? Another crappy movie this year. So, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about Madam Web. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or if it's something in between, let me know. And also, for my new subscribers, if you want to know how I rate my movies, just click on the description below. It tells you in detail on how I rate my films. You could find me in Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube at Hated or Love It Movie Reviews. You can also find me on Kapowie, the pop culture movie blog, where you get your fix on reviews on comic books, video games, movie reviews, artwork, and all that fun stuff. Just click on the description below. It takes you straight to that website. And also, make sure you click on my videos. I try to do a review every week. Get into the rabbit hole. I dare you. And also, make sure you subscribe and like. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers this time on YouTube. Please help a boy out. I really like talking movies with you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you when I see you. Peace.